Hello folks. Oh man, hope you guys are all doing fantastic. Okay, today I'm covering the top games that are my favorite games from each console of all time. Now sadly there's one I owned, but it just got lost to the waves of time, which I'm kind of upset about still, and that is Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance 2. That was by far my favorite game for the PlayStation 2. Up in the air, that's pretty much how it was. Depressed about that a little bit, but what can you do? Okay, the first game I want to go over for this little shambo is Muramasa the Demon Blade. Fantastic game. A little bit of backtracking here and there, but that adds some time to the variety of this game. A fantastic title by all means. It's also very underlooked, I've considered as well over time. I mean, you just had this beautiful artwork. I mean, it was just like watching a canvas unfold before your eyes. Beautiful artwork. Great. The storyline was great. I didn't hate it. That's for sure. And it had a lot of options for controls as well, because it considered a lot of people's playing impairment. So you had the Wiimote, Nunchuck, classic controller, and the GameCube controller. So if you wanted a good Castlevania style game with some action elements to it, really beautiful looking game, definitely the game to pick up. This is one of the first games I picked up for the Wii, and I was not disappointed by it. The next series here, because I couldn't pick one specifically, the series here is for the Xbox 360, and that is Gears of War. Really a staple in the Xbox 360 lineup. A great storyline. I'm not really huge into, you know what I mean, the war type of stuff per se, but every once in a while something with good gameplay attracts me, and this actually had a good storyline, so it was a bonus for me. And I'm not heavy into that shit, but you know, there's nice sci-fi elements in there, so it sold me. The next game here is by far my favorite out of the series. I have yet to play part 3 of this, and this is for the PS3, and that's Uncharted 2. I'm going to be picking up the DLC codes for part 2 so I can get the gold guns and all that. I mean, just to save me time, whatever. All the extra content as well, because I really like this game a lot. It's very polished. Light bugs here and there. Light bugs, I'm not going to say there isn't. But multiplayer is actually pretty fun as well. It's pretty... I mean, the part 3 is a hell of a lot more challenging for multiplayer-wise, but this game, it captivated a lot of different elements all in one. And it didn't even fully use the hardware on the PS3. That tells you something there. Especially for a console game. The next game here for the Nintendo 3DS, this is an obvious choice for me. I mean, I don't got nothing against Zelda per se, but this is my favorite game for the Nintendo 3DS. I have yet to fully finish it. There's a couple things I was missing, because I want to try to get 100% on the game. A lot of extra bits in here that I missed, like the extra coins. Because I'm just steamrolling through the game, I missed a couple coins here and there. I gotta actually go through and finish that. But, however, great platforming, a lot of interesting ideas, and this is a fantastic 3DS game. This is for the PC, and this is by far my favorite game. A lot of people tell me about how they had it on GOG.com and .mu and all this stuff, and it's like, well, that's cool and all, but I actually own the real game, and that is The Seventh Guest. By far my favorite for the PC. It's just a classic game. To me, it's cheesy as hell. I'm not going to say it's not. It's just by far a really fun game for me on the PC. And that's going back a notch, you know. Dungeon Defenders, if you want to consider moderation to futuristic style games, or in this case more future games, is one of my favorites as well. Guild Wars is my favorite on the PC. I mean, but again, those are like kind of, I wouldn't say Guild Wars is cross-platform, but more on the lines of Dungeon Defenders is, and I couldn't really consider that, thinking back on my history. Next game here is by far my my favorite. I said best, didn't I? My favorite NES game of all time. Finally got it a little while ago. It has Fire and Ice. You'll always hear me ramble this off every once in a while. People go, what the fuck is he talking about? But incredible to me, incredible platforming, great puzzling. It's it would be somewhat of a casual game per se, but then it gets more hectic and more hectic and more hectic, and it's just great fun for me. I just like puzzle games or games that incorporate puzzle elements to it, such as Zelda. I like those, but yeah, one of those games you have to have, kind of thing. Next game I like for the Sega Genesis, and this probably will not be too much of a surprise, but that is Gunstar Heroes. Yeah, all the extra Japanese added in there, but it was all gibberish, but you know, you get what I mean. By far one of my favorites for the Sega Genesis is just because, you know, I liked Castle of Illusion, I liked, you know, so many other games out there, but there was a couple I actually truly liked, could not find them, could not afford them. This is one of the games in the list I actually do enjoy vigorously for the Sega Genesis, so Gunstar Heroes. It's a Mega Drive version, by the way. People are like, what the hell's on with that case, that game, you know? But next game here, I actually got this from The Devil Burning, a really nice guy. And that is the Sega CD version of the Terminator. Now, before everyone goes, oh, you know, hold on, this is actually the good version of this, the Terminator games. I mean, the Part 3, Terminator 3, or Rise of Machines, I believe it was called. That game wasn't bad, but this was actually pretty damn good. I played this through, and it has to be by far an excellent Sega CD game. Something you would definitely be on the radar for. For the Nintendo DS, this is kind of be a little bit of people are like, oh, he's gonna pick Mario, isn't he? And that is Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. I just love the hell out of this game. It's like a lot of hours I crunched into this game already. And when I got this game, I was kind of skeptic. I played it, I was like, oh, you know, my nipples exploded with like excitement and glee. And my standards went up like 13 notches from that. And it was just, oh, fantastic game. Oh, yeah, but anyway. As I'm rubbing some weird gentleman with a gold mask's head, you know. Hope I can see demons now. Anyway, for the Sega Master System, my favorite game from that is by far Vanished Omens, the East, which is, it's a lot required taste, I would have to definitely say. It's one of those type of games that, you know, incorporates a lot of interesting elements to it, like you have to bump into enemies, and it's an adventure action game, blah blah blah. It has a good storyline though, great storyline, and it was a great storytelling overall, I believe. My nose is starting to get water, like stuffy. With all the dust. Anyway. Next game for the PlayStation 2, seeing I couldn't have my Baldur's Gate game. Anyway, is Gungrave. I really loved the hell out of this game when I got it. I have Overdose as well, which is sitting over there. But by far one of my favorites next to Baldur's Gate, Dark Alliance 2. Next game on my Sega I almost said Sega CD again. TurboGrafx CD. I actually had to read it so my brain didn't forget it. It's weird. But anyway, that's Exile. A really great game by Working Designs. By far a really great game overall. So if you have a PC that has decent frame rates and all that, blah blah blah, and you find this game cheap, just grab it and play it on the emulator. You're actually playing the real game, so you're not breaking any laws doing that. I mean, some of the hardware is really impossible to find working cheap. Unless you have it, you manage to elbow drop it a couple million times, make it work miraculously. Because I have a TurboGrafx CD, does not work. Boo-hoo. Play on the PC, beat this, woohoo, you know, kind of thing. Next game here is for the Game Boy Color, and that is Wario Land 3. Really fun game. Great elements to it, and that's the thing with the Wario series, it gets ignored. Like, a lot of people kind of ignore it a little bit, and it's just great gameplay overall. Fun. A lot of elements. A lot more deeper gameplay elements than Mario games, by a small degree. For this Nintendo Famicom, which I'm throwing this in there for a giggle, is Fantastic World. Now, it's sort of like Mario, sort of not. Really fun. Rub my nipples. That's all I have to say. For the PlayStation 1, and that is Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Oh, I spent so many hours playing this game, beat it several million times, doing like that. You know that shield, rod shield trick? Once I figured out how to do that, no one taught me that. I just did it by myself, and I was like, what? And I just steamrolled through the game laughing like an asshole after I beat it like 2 times. I just decided to try this thing I learned. I was like, ho, 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 running through a whole entire castle, just raping things like inconsistently. But next bundle, which follows with this one as well, this is it's just sort of the Dracula Rex Chronicles type of scenario, which is, of course, henceforth the Dracula Rex Chronicles. Har, har, har. But no. It's actually a combination of the game that never came out, Rondo of Blood, which was by far one of the best Castlevanias to me, next to how the fuck did that happen? I'm just leaving this in the video. Everything's okay, guys. Everything's okay. But yeah, I'm leaving that in the video. No editing at all. That'd probably be a funny moment for some people, so you gotta be as real as you can. And believe it or not, I had my Sega 32X set up just now. I did not insert this inside the thing at all. This actually landed inside just like that, facing me, and I'm just like, somebody wants to be played, but I stacked them incorrectly. But alright, let's get this over with so that way I don't break anything else. I don't think I broke it. No, I didn't break anything else at all. For the Game Boy is actually Super Hunchback. I don't know what it is about this game. Not a lot of people like it at all, but I just consider it straightforward fun. It's simple to me and just super fun. I didn't pay too much for it, and that's all that matters. For the TurboGrafx 16, this kind of sprucing me up a little bit there. Going, ooh, a little bit of excitement. But Jackie Chan's Action Kung Fu. A little bit of excitement in this room in years. That's what I was thinking about. Trying not to say it. I had to say it anyway. By far, a really fun action adventure platforming game. A lot of fun and excitement, that's for sure. Oh, get me hot and bothered. The next game is Super Castlevania 4. Oh, such a great game. It's making me rub my nipples across the cartridge right now. Across the cartridge. Across the cartridge, this cartridge is going. But anyway, really, when I first played the Super Nintendo, that was the first game I had, and oh, so damn good. Like, it was just one of those games that was so damn good you had to write a novel about it, even though I didn't publish it and I never really finished the novel. It was sort of like 2 paragraphs long, seeing me going, oh, charismatic motherfucking man. Oh. But anyway, next game is Sigma Star for the Game Boy Advance. A lot of people would say, why not Metroid Fusion? Why not that? Why not Metroid Zero? And I don't got a problem with the Castlevania games for the GBA. I don't got a problem with the Metroid games for the GBA. I just like this game a lot more. Mixed as elements, it's really underachieved when it comes to that, meaning that, it's really underlooked. I'll show you the cartridge to show you what it looks like, so if you ever find it in the wild or you find it online, here it is right there. Look for that in the wild. It has shooter elements and it has platforming elements. Very good gameplay. For the ColecoVision, as I say that, many people's ears perk up like, but that has to be Congo Bongo for the ColecoVision. Really? Or In the Atom, but we won't be specific. Really fantastic game. It's like a overhead version of Donkey Kong, yes. I mean, I was gonna say Salt and Pepper too, but just wanted to pick this because it was just, I preferred this a little bit more over that. But Just a really good looking game. Plays fantastic. Rob my nipples. And closing out for the Atari 2600 is Berserk. Now, Coleco, New Coleco rather, I screwed up your name, I'm sorry. But he made a remake of this game as well, which he'll probably promote. He can promote it in the comments if he wants to, but by far, I love Berserk. I just love these type of games, balls to the walls kind of mechanics, survive if you can kind of thing. Great game. So yeah, it pretty much rounds it up. I destroyed half my room by elbow dropping it somehow invisibly. And yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have any of your consoles that you have, like a specific game you own for it, and you want to show it off for a video response or what have you, show it off. But take it easy, folks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and please, I adore you. When you're done watching this video, rub your nipples a couple times. It'll make you feel better. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of standards while watching this video.